The first thing that catches my eye is the evergreen shrubs lining the path. Their deep green foliage is a visual anchor during these colder months, offering structure and vibrancy when most other plants have retreated for the season. The boxwoods, in particular, are thriving. Their dense, symmetrical form is a testament to careful pruning earlier in the year. Even the tiniest dusting of frost clings to the edges of the leaves, catching the sunlight and creating a sparkling effect that feels almost magical. The Hellebores are stealing the show near the shaded corner of the garden. Often called the Christmas rose, they're one of the stars of a January garden. Their nodding blooms, in shades ranging from soft white to deep purple, add a delicate charm. Some have a faint blush of pink, and others a freckling of green across their petals. These flowers remind me of the resilience of nature. They thrive when other blooms have long since faded. Nearby, the bare branches of deciduous trees provide their own unique beauty. The silhouettes are intricate and mesmerizing, with bark textures and the play of light and shadow giving depth to the garden's design. The ornamental birch trees, with their striking white bark, stand out starkly against the muted tones of the winter landscape. They add height and elegance, drawing the eye upwards and reminding us that gardens are not just about what's at ground level. Underfoot, the mulch paths are soft, damp, and full of life, tiny critters working hard even in the cold. Scattered here and there are remnants of autumn's leaves, now a rich brown and breaking down beautifully, feeding the soil beneath. The scent of earth is unmistakable and grounding, a reminder of the continuous cycle of life in the garden. Peeking out from the ground are the earliest signs of spring bulbs. The tips of daffodils, tulips, and crocuses are pushing through the soil, defying the chill in the air. There's something so heartening about these green shoots. They're a promise of color and warmth to come. In just a few weeks, this same space will be bursting with life, but for now, it's a quiet anticipation. The vegetable patch is looking surprisingly productive. The kale and Swiss chard are holding strong, their leaves vibrant and robust. The cold seems to intensify their colors, with deep purples and greens glowing under the winter sunlight. Over in the herb garden, the rosemary and thyme are still fragrant, their hardy nature making them reliable companions year-round. I can't resist plucking a sprig of rosemary, crushing it between my fingers to release its woody, comforting scent. A quick glance at the pond reveals another world of activity. While the water's surface appears calm and reflective, beneath the surface, koi fish move slowly, adapting to the cooler temperatures. The edges of the pond are adorned with frosted grasses and moss, creating a serene, almost mystical ambience. Even in winter, water elements bring life and tranquility to the garden. The garden beds, though mostly dormant, still have their own charm. Seed heads left intentionally on plants like echinacea and sedum provide structure and interest. The dry, brown stems catch the light beautifully and serve as a food source for birds. Speaking of birds, the garden is alive with their activity. A flock of sparrows flutters around the feeders, while a solitary robin hops along the lawn, its redbreast a vivid splash of color against the muted backdrop. As I move towards the sunny side of the garden, the witch hazel is in full bloom. Its spindly branches are covered with clusters of tiny, ribbon-like flowers in shades of yellow and orange. The sweet, spicy fragrance is a delightful surprise, wafting through the air and making this spot a favorite for a quiet pause. The witch hazel is a winter gem, its flowers defying the cold and providing a much-needed splash of warmth and vitality. The espaliered fruit trees along the garden wall are another highlight. Though bare of leaves, their carefully trained branches are an architectural feature in themselves. The swelling buds hint at the fruit to come later in the year, and their symmetry adds a touch of artistry to the space. Walking along the back border, I'm reminded of the importance of winter planning. This area was intentionally designed with evergreen perennials and grasses that would maintain interest even during the colder months. The ornamental grasses, in particular, are a standout. Their golden hues and feathery plumes catch the light, creating a sense of movement even on the stillest days. A quick stop at the compost heap reveals how valuable this process is for the garden. The pile is steaming slightly, evidence of the microbial activity breaking down organic matter into rich, fertile soil. Adding kitchen scraps and garden clippings regularly keeps the cycle going, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. The garden bench by the old oak tree offers a perfect spot to sit and take it all in. The contrast of winter's stillness with the subtle signs of life is a powerful reminder of the garden's resilience and beauty. Even now, in January, there's so much to appreciate and so much to look forward to. As the walk comes to an end, I'm filled with gratitude for this space. A garden is never truly dormant, even in winter. It's alive with the promise of growth, the beauty of resilience, and the quiet joy of nature's rhythms. The January garden walk may lack the riot of colors seen in summer, but its quiet elegance and understated beauty are equally captivating. Each plant, each texture, and each detail tells a story of perseverance and preparation, laying the foundation for the seasons ahead.